How you guys doing today? Today is Friday, May 7th, 2021. I hope you had a good day. Now, before I go off on my big gloat train, which I'm not going to do because I'm not that kind of guy, if you had a good day, would you do me a favor and pop open a White Claw, lemon, for the haters who are sour and salty? Hey, how are you? If you had a bad day, crack open a White Claw because you're sad. No. It's going to be a really nice lesson for some of you guys that if you saw me in particular having a really good green day today, a lot of my calls went green, that's good for me. But it's your own journey. It's your marathon. There's going to be plenty of times, plenty of days, plenty of weeks even. Some folks will be printing, some are not. That's supply and demand. That's the market. We all can't be winners. I'm sorry. So if I buy low and sell high, you better buy high and sell higher. Because if you buy what I sell and it doesn't go higher, you lost and I won. That's how it goes. And it goes back and forth all the time. So if you had a red day or a sideways day, instead of being salty or sour, which is a very real emotion to have and a very hard emotion to have, take Saturday and Sunday and plan. What are you going to do different? What things can you focus on Monday and Sunday to prepare for the week? Did you not do exit strategies that well? Were entries a little sloppy this week? Was due diligence lazy and lacking? Did you check fidelity for the sector rotation? The new business segment core 2 dropped. Where are we? All these things you should be asking yourself. The longer you pity yourself, the longer you go, it's not fair, the harder it's going to be. It's attitude. It's resiliency. All these things. If this is going to be a side hustle or your side job, the longer you take wasting energy being sad and sorry or being overly euphoric and celebrating is time wasted getting better. Anyone who's a coach, teacher, instructor would agree. So, on my tangent, if you're new here and you click that sick thumbnail of Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, Skip, that's a fantastic meme. I'm going to go over 72 tickers. Now, the first group are from 2 weeks ago, 14 days to about 10 days ago. Not that in depth, but again, let's just double check. Let's go make sure that what I'm doing is working and valid. If it's not, you'll see. If it is, you'll see. I can't fudge this stuff. These are legit. Go back and watch the videos. I've not changed anything. The second group are from this week. That's more of a, yo, this shit has left the building. It's off. You missed it. Or, hey, it's still ready to go. Or I lost. So, let's go through these. A great exercise. And again, I do this 9/10 for myself and my Discord folks. But, I mean, you can come along for the ride. But this is what I do for self-reflection. You should do the same exact thing with the journal. But this is what I do. With that being said, thank you for joining. I have a Discord and I can get that today. You can check it out in the description box down below. All that kind of stuff. But again, today's not about that. Today's about reflection and seeing where we're headed. Let's get into it. So we have a whole list. These are all the calls in order. In order. What I made last week, these are all the calls from this week, not in order. That's in order. So let's go through them, ladies and gentlemen. First is EvanMPressman. Now, these were 2 weeks ago. Price targets have not changed. They'll put us about in this area. So, ARMK, before I begin, one more time. White Claw, hit me up, boy. You're stalling. Good business tactic. I'm coming for you, though. First call would have been green. Now, it didn't hit my value. I would have missed this move on my charting. I would have missed this, but this was right at loading zone. Ran up almost 4 or 5%. Price target, you would have been a win. ARMK was a dub. Cars was a fat dub. Again, I would have missed it. Okay, am I perfect? Yes. And I humble myself by missing these. No, I'm kidding. I'm not perfect. Even I mess up. ARMK was a win. Cars would have been a win. Not only that, if you did my show, you watched my show, you would watch, oh, look, it's back in the low zone of the channel. And today you would have had a nice 11% winner. That's the point of the show. Watch list your favorite and monitor them. I'm not here for you, but now look at this. Uh-oh. Cars is making a triangle. Dad's gonna keep that one on board. That's a win. CNC was a short. What a win. What a day. 9% dip. Ran through everything. CNC, big win. Carvana. Again, not in my value. It would have been in my value, but not my personal value. You would have made a nice 17% gain. We're back down here again. Now it's broken this channel, but again, I had drawn this before. It's living up to the hype possibly. Now let's not move goalposts, but with these two hitting, these three, Carvana, again, that's the point of the show. Absolute heater. Another win for us, but again, into this week, Carvana, heater. Looking really good. 5, called it over here. Perfectly support play. Boom. Easy 7%. That was a dub. Netflix would have been a that's a nothing. Okay, we would have technically hit our stop loss, but I called it 14 days ago, so it would have put us right here. So I would not. That was after this big drop off, to be fair. So you could hold it. Netflix still a good play, but again, not for this week. We didn't make anything. PCG was an L. I will be fair. This was an L. Now, the original call was up here. On my Discord, I said PCG does have some life here. And what did you know? It ran almost 10% the next day. So, again, I was off on my charting. I was a bit aggressive. But again, I cannot predict the major markets perfectly. That's my charting. Looks really good. PCG would have been a dub, but for my purposes, an L. SMAR was also an L. You would have gotten 7 or 8%. Why is this an L even though I was green? I am going off my price targets. I'm not going to be unfair. I'm not going to change them. For me, SMAR did not hit my price target. Now, you would have been up 7%. I assume up 7%. Most swing traders would have been like, I'll put a stop loss at where I bought in. And if it dips down and does break it, I'll break even. But for my purposes of the show, an L. Even though it was up, I'll be fair. So, good pick. It's not showing any life. You can see a clear downward channel forming. Okay, let's not bite into it right now. SMAR in the future, great pick. For now, was an L. Could have been a dub, but I did not put the price target correctly. Uber was a dub. Again, 14 days. We're right over here. It ran up and hit our price target, bada boom, and then it crashed. I didn't move these because I called it again with some friends. Now Uber again, support play, but for us, this was a dub. The next day, ARCT was gonna be so close to doing it. Again, I'm considering L because it died on us. Didn't hit the price target. You would have broke even, realistically, but for the purpose of the show, an L. Same with CEMI. I did call CEMI with the purposes of saying it must be lower. So again, I'll call it an L, but I was hoping it comes down here. If this does hold semi this week, sheesh, this could be a fantastic play. Watch out for it. Etsy was an L, 3 in a row. Not a often occurrence, but I'm also a fair person. So Etsy would have been a dub. Again, 13 days ago. Would have been a dub. But did it hit my price target? Nope. I was off by 0.6%. Again, I wasn't accurate enough. An L. FFHL was a win. Ding, 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 ding. Now, I had some friends, and again, I'm sorry for you. You guys were so close. Some of them sold out right about here, but today it ran up almost, was it 20%? Let's move this. Sheesh. In one day, 22%. It was a win, but again, I called it probably a bit too early. I called it over here. It really came down. So, it's a win to me, but I don't like how early I called it. GTS was an L. I called it over here. It broke everything. Now, I did mention to the Discord, this is a good trend line to go off of, and again, it popped perfectly. Some folks got some currency, some folks lost, but for me in the show, an L. Things look brighter. OSW, a perfect call. Boom. Area value, hit price target twice, and it's showing life again. We've done it 3 times. We made money. OSW, it printed for us. VGR printed, came right to our area, said bada boom, bada bing, ain't no mother 9% thing. Great play. VGR was a dub. WBA, an absolute sniggity snack. Came over here, hit about 5%, ran up. Great charting. WBA, big win. Love to see it. WWE is a nothing. Now, you would have bought in, again, let's see, 14 days ago. You've been right over here, would have ran up about 3%, came back down. Nothing's happened yet. A nothing, but again, into next week, could be big. The next day, DHT was a massive win. Bum, 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 bum. Almost 10%. You would have put it, hopefully, a stop loss when it broke here at your moonshot area. Would have came back down. You would have missed. Okay, you would have lost out on what? 2 or 3%. That's fine. You would have gotten your moonshot, been happy. Good move, good play. FHI, see ya. Again, I will consider an L. You're like, why? Because I didn't do this right. All right, I could have been less aggressive. I think this was the trend line it was going off of. I was a bit aggressive, but was I wrong? No, that's the power of convergence. It was a good setup. I was a little early. A lot of my friends, a lot of them printed again, but for my show and my purposes, an L. Good dub, but an L. FSM was a dub. Wop, wop, wop. Easily 11%. It still has plenty of movement to run up. Too late to buy now, unless an EMA crossovers happen, but FSM, John Stockton. FSM. No, look. Snack. After that was Grow, an obvious dub. Bought in here, hit price target at 13% and got out. Bing, bang, boom, showing life. Grow. Big win. Jazz. Another big win. Wop, 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 wop. Jazz. I don't know why I did that. Jazz is hit right. Look at that. Look at that charting. Oh my God. sexual. Almost a 11% run on this snack. Ugh. You love to see it. Big win. SWM. Another big win. Easy 6% and some change. Still running. Love to see it. Tro. Melt up. Melty, melty, melty. Delicious. 648. Great play. Dub. Vroom. Dub. This day was all green. 100%. 13%. That day, DHT down this whole day. Insane. The calls that I made. Love it. ATCO. Hit exactly. Look at that. Look at that charting. Said nope. Nope. Came down. Went boom. See you later, nerd. Bought in right here. Came up almost 5% in one day. Easy day trade. ATCO. Taco in weird words. Beautiful win for us. Nothing's happened. I want to short it. They have a new pad today. I'm a bit bit nervous about that. But if it does die, can be a dub, but nothing's happened quite yet. MDXG was a win. You would have bought in. Again, perfectly converged. The support area. Right up, would have hit your price target at 10%. Big dub for us over here. Neuro has done nothing. Consolidating for a big move. It's on the POC. I have a lot of faith in it. Now, you would have gotten close to the stop loss. Again, that's why it's there. But that's after hours. It's showing some life. I'm not in love with it, but again, this week, could be big. Nothing happened, though. PII, big win. Bumble clap. Boom. Big win. 6%. Easy money right there. TTEK. Called it the next day. It ran up almost 8%, and it died to a win. And for now, the support area, looking like a snack. And lastly for the day, VRSN, you would have been stopped out, but it would have been like 1%. Okay. So, it didn't die the way I wanted it to die. And then the last day of last week, EAVDL. Perfectly hit the support area, showed some life. Look at this. Look at the legs on this bad boy. Bow, chicka, went, wow. Some big old legs. I know which way I wanted to go. It decided to go green. Easily ran 12%. AVDL, big dub. Love it. CDE, big dub. Almost 17%. You love to see it. Cree. Nothing's happened. I mean, you would have bought it and gone up almost 6%. So I assume at 8% you would have been like, I'm happy. But again, was I short? Yep. I was off by 0.5%. So close. So close. So again, nothing. I would consider it a dub in realistic terms, but for the show, it is a nothing. F. Called it right over out here. Said, see ya. 5% later. Good. Love to see it. Another dub. IMAX. Called it right here. Broke above it. Boom. 11%. Love to see it. Another win. Inva has done nothing. I think it's a glorious setup for a triangle. It's beautiful. But it has yet to do what I wanted to do. It's a green. You'd be green. Okay. But did it hit my price target? Nope. So nothing quite yet. SQM. Called it right about here. Ran up. Bada boom, bada bing. Hit about 4.5%. Died. But again, my price target was 3. Makes sense. That's a win in our book right there. Running out of breath. And lastly is TPC. Another win. Hit price target 8%. So I think mathematically I'm bad at math. So I have no idea what that calculation is. I'll do it for the thumbnail. But again, overwhelmingly green or yellow compared to red. So again, do I say, hey, blindly buy my shit? No. But do I say, watch list your favorite, chart them yourself, and then do your own plan? I think the most critical thing that folks are missing, a plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Ask any coach. You play football, baseball, hockey, underwater, basket weaving, I don't care. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. And if your whole entire outlook on stocks is small growth tech, wait for tomorrow's episode, I think you're going to have a bad time. I was saying, I'm not being mean or rude. I think if you're going to focus that moving forward, you will have a much worse time than somebody who focuses some different sectors and diversity. And again, am I perfect? No, I had L's. I put my price target too high. But I had a plan. I had no big losers. I had some big winners. Again, small winners more than small losers. Small big winners larger than small losers. Allow big winners. Never allow big losers. You do that, you're going to win. So that was a good week. I think it was about a 75, 68, 69, 70% win rate. But again, the winners were much better than the losers. With that being said, into this week, let's check it out. First one I called on Sunday, Ethan Allen. Love it. Ethan Allen got a lot of hate on Reddit. Hey, if you're here from Reddit, I was right. They were like, this is a bad play. I'm like, you're dumb. And Ethan Allen ran up almost 12%. Who was right? Me. No, I'm just not. That's the fake bravado. I'm not really that. I don't care. It's a good company. I like it. Ethan Allen, a great play. Look at that convergence. Support trend line. Delicious. 12%. Love it. Next was Clack. K-L-A-C. Nothing. Okay, it would hit the stop loss, but again, this is after hours. Not overly convinced that it's that terrible. And even then, you would have stopped out, bought back in at the support area. 5%. We're not up or down too much. It's still a null and void until we hit the price target or the stop loss during hours. But again, it's pretty good. You're up, but you're not at the price target. NMIH. Let me move this real quick. The power of shorting. So this is a good pickup. It ran up a little bit higher. Now it only ran up like 3%. And then 12% down. So again, I was a bit early on my call. I'll call it an L. Okay. But my guess was right. I was just a little bit too aggressive. But again, an L for me. But overall, a dub. Nova was an L. Again, I called it too early. Now, a lot of these are going to be kind of boned due to that huge sell-off yesterday. And that's valid. But this was a nice call for a support play. And again, I was a bit aggressive. I was a bit excited. But Nova right here makes a lot of sense. Going into this week, watch it. Could be a good play. ON was also an L. Even though you would have been right back here. You can't trade in hindsight. You would have been down 8%. Daddy don't hold those bags. Papa no kiss if you don't have stop loss. Or White Claw. So this definitely was green to start with. Hell yeah, brother. And then it just died. So a good support play now. Absolutely. If you're bought in lower, great. But this was an L for me, and that's okay. UNM was a moonshot. Ba-dum-bump, 6%. So all those calls, majority were nothing or red. I had 2 green, and then some other ones. So again, a nice wash. You want to see better numbers than this, but again, for a worst case Ontario, not bad at all. ATHM, I just talked about it, and then I edited it out. Hit our price target beautifully. Plain run to run up. Again, a nice little dub. Dan, hello. It would have got to our stop loss area. It didn't break. We have a trend line perfectly drawn. And again, what are the odds that would have happened? Not a lot. That's pretty interesting. And it ran up and hit about 8%. So again, hit your price target. Dan, a dub. Oof. EXAS, shit the bed, as they say. And this is a good area to buy into it now, possibly. So if you didn't buy into EXAS, good for you. But this is definitely a smart area to be looking at. Maybe a little bit lower. It's not showing life, so why would you buy falling life? But into this week, EXAS, watch it. It could be big. ONCT, again, I think the trend line is a little bit lower. That's fine. And again, a L for me. I'll hold that. It did show some life. And again, if you're swinging these, it would have been about 6 days ago, putting you right about here. All right, you would have hopefully only lost 2 or 3%. Not a bad loss at all, but again, an L, and I'll hold that. Save is breaking even. It hasn't hit my price target or stop loss. Now, you'd be up 3%, but again, until it hits that green box, it cannot be a dub in my book. So again, nothing, null and void. SWKS, again, nothing. You would have hit close to the stop loss, but again, I'm fairly accurate about these things. You would have held, hopefully. And again, you probably wouldn't have bought. While there's all this red happening. You probably would have waited. So you hopefully would have bought down here anyways. And you hopefully, let's just be a fair bottom of the buy-in. You'd be up about 1%. So nothing's happened yet. A good watch for next week, but again, nothing's happened yet. W Day is an L. I was probably, again, a tad bit aggressive. Now, it's our chart on the 1 year. I mean, this is a beautiful looking chart. I could have easily been like, this is actually the trend line, which is probably more accurate. But then I missed all this action. So then it's like, well, is it actually here? It's probably like this, right? Yeah, look at that idiot. So that's definitely the new trend line. That's fine. So that's good for you. Those who have not bought WD yet, it's getting to value. I think this is probably right there. It's probably what you want to look at. Again, bit early, but again, plain run up still. You have another 8%. You haven't bought WD? Watch it this week. AES was an L. Big oof. Beautiful trend line. I mean, it was gorgeous. I mean, it was really doing its thing. And it died. But now we have a great support play. I said, hey, look at AES finding life. So, not beautiful. An L for me. But what made up is calm. See you, nerd. Zoom. 15.5%. Great play. Great win. Those dubs be delicious. KNDI has done nothing. It's still holding for earnings. And again, you're like, well, it's a descending triangle. It certainly is. But if we can break above this line long term, which it has done, Papa wants this. Papa wants that. So long term, makes a lot of sense. Nothing's happened though. Not bad. I'd rather take nothing over an L. LSPD hit our price target. Came right down. Now, I was wrong, but I also adjusted in my group saying this is actually probably a better trend line. No one really bought into this one. They bought a little bit lower. You would have had a 13% run. I'm going to call it a dub because I adjusted it for my group. And then again, for you guys, it's not fair, but sorry, you're not. Join in. Boy, it's up to you. Join in if you want to. If not, it's cool. LSPD, a dub for the Discord group. MXIM. What a convergence is my favorite. Look at this. Look at this. Trend line. Email line. Support. Volume profile line. Said, see ya. Bing, bing. And took out. Let's see. They bought right at the top of this. A nice 5% run. Perfectly where you want it. Making the setting triangle. MXIM. A nice win. NFE. Again, we held their stop loss. That's fine. And you would have bought in at the bottom here. You'd be up about 5%. But is it at the green yet? Nope. So it's still a null and void until further notice. NXPI. A nice win. Look at that. Boom. See you later, nerd. Took off 6%. You probably bought it here. 4 or 5%. Good win. You got in. You can get out, make your money. Love to see it. TXN. I'm coming for you too. I want my calculator money back. I'm not good at math. Unsurprisingly, garbage at math. And guess what? My 150 bucks I spent on your calculator, I'm getting it back on facts. What a win. Look at that charting. You see the accuracy of this channel. Look at this. Look at that. Man, I was within 0.05. Put the math right there. I'm actually pretty good at math. Boom. Sexual. Ran up almost, where is that now? 6%. Yeah. Texas Instruments. Love it. What a play. The next day, Kohu is close to being a dub. Now, you'd be up right now like 8%. So you'd probably have yourself a stop loss going, some trailing one for make sure you get green. But did it hit this? Not yet, so it's null and void until further notice. DAO and L. Now, I think down here, most folks probably would have held with this. Probably, I mean, you're only down what? 5, 6? I know you would. So, in L, I'll take it. Into this week, DAO makes a lot of sense. Do your fundamentals, but that makes a lot of sense. Not bad. Ears. As this is the play. Woo! I had a multitude of people buy into it. And if you didn't, I will find more of these. Don't you worry. We got you. What a, I'm going to swear, what a fucking day for ERS. Jeez, look at this. Oh, 20? Oh, 30? Oh, 40? Really? 54% in one day. Doge. Jealous. So ERS, what I play today. Now, I get lucky too, but I put myself in the position to be lucky. So ERS, for those who bought, congrats to you. And again, I do the fake bravado, like, oh, I'm so great. I'm not really. Again, why did ERS work? You do the extra due diligence, you research, you pulled the trigger, you sold and validated. This is all you. It's not me. It's not about me. I just called it. If you executed this trade correctly today, the props come to you, not to me. Congrats. HIMX. I said, hey, this is pretty good. Zoom! The next day. 20% pre-market. Another fat dub. Love to see it. Nori is the opposite of a fat dub. Now, again, I did say, hey, it's a pretty good support play to folks who are listening. And it was a perfect support play for 10%. But did I call it for that? I did not. So it's an L. I called it for a triangle. It broke. See you. But now, this support area is beautiful. RPay. I'm going to put this as a null and void. I did draw this like this, but I also said very publicly on the 10-year chart, can get lower. So I was like, no one freak out. And so I'm putting null and void. I'll put it as an L. It probably could have. I could have called it later. I mean, I could have called it earlier and done worse. But an L, I guess, to be fair, did break my stop loss. WCLD has done nothing. And I mean, this is again an L because I put this too high. I didn't know support. I did say it supports here. It bounced perfectly, but again, I should have addressed that better, and that's my fault. ZI, it broke. It broke the trend line. See ya. Boop, gone. That's fine. There's our support play now. Again, an L for me, but a lot of folks can still play this just fine. ZI, I mean, right there, probably a good bounce play. So watch over it. It could be a really good play moving into this week, but for me, an L as of now. And then our calls from yesterday. AXNX, overnight. I said, looks pretty good. Bounced, hit your price target. A nice quick dub for us. Bill. If you were watching my show yesterday, you would have seen that it actually did this while I was calling it. Those in the Discord group also missed it because it moved so fast. But for me, a moonshot, because I did call it 20%. What a snack. CCMP, a dub. Look at that. Ooh, Outlaws and Legends. Looks fun. Not. And so this is moving up nice. 4.5%, 5% price target. That's a dub in my book. Doc you. Now again, this is too early to tell. All right, but this was, again, I called it for some friends. My Discord, 6.5%. Not bad, but it's not there yet. I hope it pulls back so we can buy back in. Doc you is still a complete snack. Dow is a short. It is holding okay. It's holding okay. Now, I wanted to come down here, so nothing's happened yet. Into next week, if it does hold up here, I would get nervous because the more you knock on heaven's door, the more you knock on these resistances and hold towards those, it's showing bullish power. So if it does hold up here for a while, I would be nervous to short it. But as of right now, nothing's happened. EDOC, I took off the episode just because it's a ETF, but again, nothing's happened yet. You'd be green, but again, it doesn't follow usual fundamentals, so not too stoked about that. HL, look at this short. So it hits a good short. Hit right in the price target. You put a buy limit right here. Would have made your dubs, would have made your little cookies there. HL, a win already. Now again, I want HL to come back down so you buy it. HL in the future. Hey, that's a dub right there. That's a pretty looking bet uptrend. Nice. Our last call for the week is JDST. I'm not going to count this just because it is, again, I've said this is going to let it drop. And again, you'd probably buy it right now. So moving into this week, it makes a lot of sense to watch JDST to hedge if the green does turn red for the materials and for gold. So what did we learn? One, I have to sneeze. Damn! What we learned is that I do call more winners than losers whenever I do my show. Now, I'm not some mythical genius. What separates me from the average retail trader is probably my intense and probably over analytic planning. I'm super aggressive when it comes to a plan and to a structure. Some folks do nothing, and that's probably way worse than doing what I do. So again, if you're like, how the hell is he doing this? I'm not trying to sell you tickers. I don't give a shit. I don't care about these. These are just numbers and letters to me. What I'm trying to show you every Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, and then what I'm trying to show you this whole entire time is that there should be a system that you develop. It doesn't have to be mine. It shouldn't be mine. You should take parts of mine and make it into your own. But I always start macro and go micro. I start with the indexes on Saturday. I go, hey, Russell 2000 is at a good value, so I should probably watch that for some value plays. Then I see S&P 500 over the last 10 years is up, so I go, oh, I should probably stay bullish. I look at the NASDAQ and say, hey, it's hitting resistance. Maybe I should be more wary until Tuesday or Wednesday when it hits the support. Then I look at YM. I go, hey, the Dow 30 is fucking always up. Keep going. So it's like, well, if the volume is going to go to large caps, that also lends me some kind of an answer. If this sounds confusing, good. It means you have stuff to learn. I then check out the sectors, which we'll do tomorrow with you. Hey, energy's been ripping. Great. Hey, utilities is overbought. Hey, technology is low, but not as low as it should be. Then, hey, QQQ ran up a lot, but PLTR is low, and CCIV is not living, and Tilray is not doing anything. But Apple and Tesla are up? Oh, so that then lends me to know that if they're up, and the Dow 30's up, and the volume's up, maybe I should focus large cap tech and not small growth tech. So again, I do all these things first. That's my foundation, is the macro shit. And then I go to more micro, right? What plays am I going to look for? A EMA crossover play? A value play? It doesn't matter. They all have my form of convergence. Supports, trend lines, patterns, EMA lines, volume profile, vortex, RSI, stochastic. They all line up perfectly with a risk management policy, the most macro of my price targets, my loading zone, my stop loss, and my moonshot. It's why I have a 85 to 75% win rate. And it's not because I'm smarter than you. Look at me. Is this dumbass shirt that I'm wearing? I haven't got a haircut in like a month. My face is sunburnt from driving in the car not using sunscreen. All right, not the brightest bowl in the bowl drawer. All right, I'm out here trying to aggressively get White Claw to sponsor me. They haven't responded yet. They're being jerks, right? But what I do have over you, if you are confused or new, is a system. So while you watch this show, if you subscribe, which you should, go ahead. I'll wait. Thanks. When you watch this show, Friday and Saturday, you'll lend some extra ears, some extra info to your plan and your edge. And then Sunday through Friday, or Sunday through Thursday, you can watch my watch list and then see it in action. One last thing I want to leave you with, and again, if you made it this far, hopefully this nugget will help you. Let me zoom in. Every single time, this is hella facts. I'm just not gonna lie to you. Every single time that you purchase a stock that someone else has suggested to you, not financial advice, but like someone says, I'm watching this, like my show or someone else's show, I'm watching this for these reasons. If you purchase that ticker, you are agreeing that you have no edge. You are saying, my edge is what's working for you. That's problematic in the long run, because every single time you watch my show, you watch Charlie's show, you watch Ricky's show, you watch Rainer Tao show, whatever it is, Stock Mo, who I think is trash. I hope he watches this. Don't like it, honestly. I think it's very hyped. Shots fired. No, I'm kidding. But every single time you watch my show, for example, there's a pie. It's a nice little pie here, right? Every single time you watch my show and you agree that I am correct for my reasoning, without doing it yourself and finding your own stuff, you're agreeing that this pie shrinks. It shrinks. It shrinks. It shrinks. Every single time you're doing that is because every little hand that comes by and chooses these stocks that I choose without doing our research is agreeing that you're willing to give up more slices of your pie to have some success, which isn't a bad thing for a noob, right? If you're new, great. But if you're doing this for like 6 months to a year, 2 years, and you're still having no edge, you don't know what you're doing. You have no system. You're never going to succeed as much as you could succeed. And again, if you do have some green, like behind me today, you have some green, great. But you will never, ever, ever maximize your output, your potential, or your risk versus reward without developing your own edge. That's just fucking facts. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. You waited 33 minutes for that. Great. It's probably the most important advice I can give you right now, honestly. So if you enjoy this kind of content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You know, this is your kind of stuff. Go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for a sector rotation and index video. It will be mightily important, super duper important to your success if you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you are hella confused right now, subscribe, like. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your Friday. Be safe. Drink responsibly, my friends. Have a good one.